Don't listen to me because I have less EXP? Okay. Enjoy being blasted by the client. So let me set the scene. I'm a software engineer. I used to work for a pretty big company that specialized in developing software solutions for their client. I was sent on site to the client, which was a big Malaysian bank, to play the role of front-end developer. Basically make their internet banking website. They already had back-end services set up for a mobile application which we were also to use for the website. There was only one problem: you could only install the app in one phone and log in to your account. This meant that if the customer logged into their app, they wouldn't be able to log in through the website. As anyone can determine, this is a big problem. I went to the back architect and tried to tell him, as well as the project manager, of this problem. They told me I don't know what I'm talking about and stop disturbing them and just do my job and nothing else. I later found out that they hated the previous front-end manager and would never listen to the front team. So I sent a mail detailing the whole problem to both of them and their bosses as well. As expected, nothing happened, but my butt was covered. Fast forward 2 months. The client reviews the architecture for the website and finds that no changes have been made to the backend to accommodate the different behavior of the website. They call a meeting and blast the two above guys and their boss. They claim they are backend people and don't know the difference in behavior in a website, and it was my job to let them know. So they bring me in to question me why I didn't let them know, and because of me the project has been delayed 2 months and the company has incurred losses. I calmly tell them of my meeting with two idiots and show them the mail, which they ignored. Then it was a glorious explosion. After that they always consider my suggestions. Edit. People have been asking about the glorious explosion. Well, basically the architect was called incompetent and his 20 years of experience was called into question, and the project manager blamed everything on the architect. Aftermath. After 2 months, the architect was transferred to another project and replaced, and the project manager quit IT, and last I heard he is trying to set up an organic farming business. Edit 2. Thanks for the silver. Edit 3. Thank you for the various awards and thank you for the gold. Biggest part of being a professional adult, unfortunately, is covering your ass because of the shit ton of incompetence around you. Glorious explosion. There was only one problem: you could only install the app in one phone and log in to your account. This meant that if the customer logged into their app, they wouldn't be able to log in through the website. As anyone can determine, this is a big problem. It's not a bug. It's a security feature. Quote. Holy shit. Is it MBB from Malaysia by any chance? I always encounter this shit when I'm using both app and website at the same time, and it really annoying. All I needed to see was Malaysian bank to know it was going to be a clusterfuck. Similar thing happened to me not long ago that ended up costing me my job. Except not because of why you would think. I was working for an IT company in operations, and I was doing all of our finances, projections, tracking, keeping an eye on revenues, making payments, yada yada. After a few months of being there, I started noticing a pretty bad downwards trend on our financial statements. I warned the CEO and a couple of other founders about the issue, why it is happening, and I tell them what they should do. They ignore my warnings, disregard my ideas every single time, and shrug me off during every meeting. Well, fast forward a couple months. I get a request for a meeting. Unusual. But I'm not surprised. I do some digging before my meeting and find out people are getting laid off. Yup. I saw it coming. I'm getting laid off because they can't afford to pay me anymore. They are sending away 1/3 of their employees because they are tight on money. I warned them several times. Told them the changes they needed to make to prevent this from happening, and then they never listened to me. And I ended up paying the price because of it. They hired me to do a specific job and then they didn't listen to me. I am in a very similar role to yours. Same dev type. Different client industry. It is amazing how much feds are looked down upon in the software dev world. I have worked with companies that listened and others that didn't. The ones that actually listen always get the better product at the end of the day. Reminds me of my time doing IT for a grad school office. There was a larger university IT department, but it could take hours to days to get a small problem fixed. My job was quick and easy fixes and to be point for dealing with the university IT department. They decide to roll out a new web application, which was great because the one it was replacing was horrible. We test it. I find little bugs here and there and they get fixed. There was one issue, not really a bug, but something we knew from dealing with grad school applicants that was going to be a problem. A month and several new versions later, this issue is still there. I wish I could remember what it was. Pretty sure it wouldn't have taken long to fix. We start getting pressure because we are holding up the web app. So, we agree to let it be put into production. The issue was fixed within 3 days because they got flooded with emails from applicants about it. I think it might have had to do with differences between how undergrad and graduate applications are processed. Been too many years for me to remember. I mean, organic farming does kinda sound more fun than what you guys were doing though. So wait, how pretty was the company? You said it was pretty but not how pretty. The moment you said Malaysian, I knew we were about to get roasted. Have you seen our government website? XD. The project manager quit IT and last I heard he is trying to set up an organic farming business. Lol. Man. I can just envision that mental conversation. FK this ITSHT. I'm gonna move to the middle of FKing nowhere where there are no computers and no projects, and just grow FKing organic FKing turnips. I swear it. Last I heard he is trying to set up an organic farming business. All the poo that's fit to poo. The project manager quit IT and last I heard he is trying to set up an organic farming business. Sounds like that one got the best outcome. And this is why I write. Talk is cheap and people, me included, are forgetful. Still not ideal, as even the written word is open to interpretation. Words can be stretched a lot and also ignored, but beats being covered by nothing. I later found out that they hated the previous front-end manager and would never listen to the front team. Wrong answer. The back-end team exists solely to enable the front-end team to do their job. Yes, it's true that we do a whole hell of a lot more that the front-end team doesn't know about and probably can't understand if they did. But at the end of the day, the only thing the customer sees is what the front-end team gives them. And if the back-end team screws that up by not listening, everyone loses. And the project manager quit IT and last I heard he is trying to set up an organic farming business. God damn. That's one hell of an explosion lol. But kudos to the manager. Hopefully his organic farm business is booming. At least the right kind. This time. The golden rule of business and life. CYA, and do it in writing. If you don't have enough EXP, you can always just grind boars in the forest area. Organic farming, project management. Two very different jobs that shovel shit.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.